Nature.
Nature what?
In Harlem on 125th.
Hey.
In the space of, in the universe of Sarnetta TV right here.
And your website to get the information at.
Universe, respectfully.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm just coming to bring a message, and I come in peace. You understand? My name is Nature, and so we was talking about where thought comes from.
Yeah.
You ask where thought comes from.
Right.
If you ask yourself where thought comes from, what you'll find out is that thought comes through the plants and the trees.
Yeah.
Through oxygen. Because oxygen is given to the brain by the red blood cells.
Yeah.
And the red blood cells carry that to the brain, which is a message through the nervous system.
Yeah.
And your nervous system looks a lot like the roots in the trees. You understand?
Got it.
So your hair, if you look at the very follicle, it's the bottom of your hair follicle is connected directly to your nervous system. Now when the baby is a baby, what it starts out as? Just the brain and the stem. It's the pineal gland.
Yeah.
Your whole body is formed around the pineal gland.
That's bananas.
And then the only skeleton you have of bone is around your brain and your spine. Everything else is covering the organs, the lungs. Everything else is just an extension of that. They send the messages throughout the body. Go over here, move here. You can't even get out the bed. Now where does thought come from? Let's get back to the point. Thought comes from oxygen from the tree. Just like on Avatar, we was able to, you see this? The bottom of your hair follicle is connected to the nervous system. We're gonna bring it together now. You ready? The hair is an antenna. It's made of copper and zinc. Look it up. The more coiled your hair is, the more alive it is. The more coarse it is, the more dense it is. It's melanin in your hair. The more dark it is. You see people dyeing their hair, that's not good.
Yeah.
You're taking the melanin out. Now what you have is, we are able to honestly touch that tree with our hair or our spine and connect straight through. Just like I'm connecting to the earth with these shoes I got right now. The earthless shoes made of carbon. They put rubber and wood on the bottom of your shoes so you can't become a complete currency of it.
Got you. You interrupted, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in the age of information, why would you want to cut your antenna off? They did that to slaves to show that they were inferior. Why would we want to cut our antenna off? You see what I'm saying?
So you own the barbershop?
I own the barbershop and gave it completely up. Nothing is more important than me to this. This is what I do in my life 24/7. We got a TV show coming out. I'm supposed to be on Sarnetta's TV show with Pharaoh. Let me tell you something about Pharaoh. Pharaoh Allah is the YouTube. This is the messenger. He is the Messiah. He comes to break down scientific fact on everything that I'm saying. Because people can't see, everybody has a subjective opinion. But we come to bring the science, the mathematics, because everything is mathematical in the universe. Symmetric. That means when the sun comes up every day, it's on time. When the moon comes up every day, it's on time. When the grass grows, it grows at a certain angle. Everything is symmetric. The color of it is symmetric. It's all light. But what our eyes cannot see is only, it's a light that our eyes can't see. 10% that the light hits. So we must respect what we don't see, what we don't feel. That's where they are basically controlling the pineal gland. Through the nervous system, they were able to block the pineal gland and calcify it with chemicals and things that come from the food. If you control a man's mind, then you control his body. So a lot of us are doing stupid things because we don't know any better. We're exposed to the matrix around us, subliminal messages everywhere, telling you what to do. You think that you're in control, but you're not. So back to what I was saying about the hair. The hair being an antenna is able to, we are able, in the human form, we're not our human form. Let me say that right now. I want to tell y'all that right now. You have to, the first step of knowing is knowing thyself. First of all, you're not your body. Stop identifying yourself as this flesh. This is just a machine. This is your avatar. This is your spaceship. We must take care of it and put the premium oil and all kinds of gasoline and food that it needs in it. No doubt. But there's a question I always ask people: what is more important, the body or the clothes? You would say the body, right? So you would say the body is more important than clothes, right? You wouldn't?
Right. I'll say clothes is more important. Reason why is because what you're putting on the body, and that's what's going in your body, like the chemicals, everything that's a part of it. So if it's not,
no, I'm asking you, what's more important, the clothes that you wear or the body?
Well, okay, in that case, okay, I'll say the body.
And then I ask, what's more important, the soul or the body? An analogy to that.
The soul.
See what I'm going with that now?
The body is the clothes.
The body is the clothes, and although the clothes are important, like you said, and although the body is important, but priority number one is the mind, the soul. Let's break this down. The soul equals the mind. That's it. The mind. People try to make the spirit means energy. That's it. Let's break it down into the follicle, the molecule. That's what me and Pharaoh came to do. I come to prepare y'all for the messenger. The messenger is a 22-year-old boy. His name is Pharaoh Allah. Look him up on YouTube. He is the Messiah. He's going to break down he is the Yaqub of this century. Don't think because your body dies that the spirit don't live on. Right. The Yaqub of this century, the Yahshua of this century comes through Pharaoh. I'm more like what the Bible calls John. I'm preparing to wait for him. You understand? And I'm telling you right now, this the time that we got to wake up. We've been distracted by our jobs. We've been distracted by everything that's going on. But we are given a special place in society where we are able to have the freedom to get the facts and the science, because a lot of our books are taking out the science. Like for instance, melanin. Why weren't we taught about that in high school? We wasn't. Now we are now discovering what melanin is.
Knowledge and wisdom right there.
They are. Peace, God.
Bless you, brother.
Peace, God.
God bless you to all your knowledge and wisdom and understanding that you're sharing with us.
Peace, God.
And you know what, God?
Peace.
I'm not God, but you know what?
You are God.
You are? Yes, I am, sir. God bless you.
What form, though?
Well,
Negative
form?
or positive?
Positive.
Positive?
Yes. But you know what?
So why you interrupting the message that's being downloaded into the brains of the brothers right here?
I just said God bless you. I didn't interrupt.
Peace, but I'm saying I'm talking to the brothers. We downloading right now. It's like a computer.
Oh, wow,
What I'm saying is going into the brains of them. And we was in the middle of a download and you interrupted that. Only a virus can do that. So I feel you. I feel you. Listen, what I'm saying is this. And you're what I'm saying. Everybody, we have an intercourse right here. This is mental intercourse. I'm putting my information into your brain through your ear. Your ear is receiving and your brain's telling you what you perceiving. So therefore, that was the demon. You see what I'm saying? And I exposed the demon. What is a demon? A demon is a negative energy force that comes to block. You must be able to identify this and put them in their place. See, everything. The white man is the polar opposite of the black man. The melanated man is God, and the white man is God. It's the polar opposite of God. Everything has an equal. We must understand that. They are the negative pole of us. They are what we're not supposed to be. They are the opposite of us, and they are the shadow of us, showing us what we're not supposed to be. Okay, we supposed to learn from them, but not through them. We learn from our negatives in ourselves. Everything is a mirror image of yourself. Everything that's going on in life right now is a mirror image of yourself. So the white man is showing us what not to do. See? So his character is the negative character.
Is that the protagonist?
What's that?
Would that be the protagonist or the antagonist in the story?
I guess that would be that.
That would be Set in the Asaurian tale. Set would be the antagonist.
I don't know nothing. I talk pure education from the basis of everything. That's how it was given to me. That's why I watch the TV show and they say a lot of stuff about books and other people's knowledge. My knowledge comes straight through me.
No, facts.
You know, because people can talk about the knowledge that comes out of the book, but that came from someone else's mind.
Interpretation.
We are a new generation, and this new generation is writing the new books. We coming in right now to letting them know the new knowledge is coming. It's more pure. It's more modified. So a dummy can get it. You understand? So energy. Remember, spirit, somebody say, oh, something spiritual or spirituality is the study of energy. How can you study energy if you don't understand? How can you understand energy if you don't understand electricity? So we must do the math on electricity. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
So once we understand electricity and we understand that what the stars, the moon are made out of, the sun is made out of, then we look at our skin and what it's made out of, then we can correlate and say, wait a minute. So there's ice, there's water, and then there's gas form, right? We know that. So could it be that our skin is a condensed form of sun, melanin? So that means if God came into life in the human form, he would be what? The black woman first. Woman came first. We live in a male-dominated area. Goddess, you are God. You are God. We came from you. You created us through mutation to protect you. That's why men have nipples. Men have nipples because of the simple fact that we are a retardation of a female. That's what the men are, and that's the reality of it. We're here, you created us in your system, mutated, used to be able to make babies on your own. And now you made a baby just like the bees, the queen bee has all the other bees to make honey for her. You made us to protect you. And guess what? They lock us up so that you are unprotected, so you are exposed. It's like a computer, right? A computer without an antivirus is exposed to what? The virus. And the black woman is exposed right now. We must take her, protect her, get her into a position where we can give her the knowledge, and that whatever you give a woman, I'm gonna tell you this. Whatever you give, real quick, whatever you give a woman, she will incubate it and give it back to you tenfold. Any woman. A woman will take whatever you give her. If you give her a house, she'll make it a home. If you give her a sperm, she'll make it into a baby. Because if you give her knowledge, she will take it and give you even more of that knowledge back. Now, if we don't protect her, she will keep reproducing. She will keep reproducing the virus. So the antivirus is in jail. And the antivirus that is out here doesn't even know it's the antivirus. So we walking around sleep. But I tell you, I only prepared a way for Pharaoh. This is Jesus coming in the new form. Jesus ain't never died. That's the body. The body, you could crucify the body. Don't worry about the spirit. Lasts forever. God is forever. Comes in many forms. God's in all forms. So the messenger comes over and over and over through many books, through all the wisdom. But you have to be able to spot who Jesus is, who the disciples were. If you believe in that, if you believe in Islam, whatever, these spirits, these messengers come over and over. You have to be able to see them and be like, wow. The only way you know somebody is if I get to know them, what they stood for. And then if somebody's speaking the same tongue, then I know that this is the one. This is the one. Everything is adding up. Wait a minute. How did the wise men knew that Jesus was coming from what? The stars. They studied the math. You understand? Well, go ahead, brother. You had a question.
Okay, I heard what you just said earlier about that the white man is a devil.
No. I never said the white man was a devil. See,
Okay, well, it sound like the way how you said it was like the white man, because I studied myself that a lot of Caucasians did a lot of evil things to black people and all races of people that makes them look as devils.
That's a fact.
And evil. Okay, right. So my point is, my testimony, when I grew up, I have never been jumped by white people. Check this out. All right, but they're supposed to be devils, right? But throughout my whole life, I've been.
Come over here, brother, so we can get
Throughout my whole life, I've been jumped by people with your skin complexion. I had a couple of fights with Spanish people, but my point is, most of my fights.
That evil's been done with you. Evil's been done onto you by black people, mostly. Now let me say.
I'm not finished though yet.
Peace, God.
It was never really a one-on-one fight either. It was always
somebody jumped you.
Yeah, right. But it always was dark-skinned African American people, whatever they call themselves.
No doubt.
So my point is, bottom line, period. If all that is true about the white man being the most demonic figure in the universe and all that, how come I never been jumped by a lot of white people?
Let me get this. Please, can I help you? Let me get him because I'm gonna get him after you. Just let me get him
first.
First of all, first thing first. You must get out. The first step is my shirt. You see this? Read that shirt. What does that shirt say?
Know thyself.
Know thyself. First things first. You are not your body. We are not these forms. You understand? This is an avatar. So that's first things first. So what you see as a black man is it's an avatar. Now what's in that avatar is the question. Is it negative energy or positive? See what I'm saying? That's what I just told the brother. See, negative energy can come in any form. You see what I'm saying? Any form. We cannot be mistaken by the avatar. We will not be mistaken by the avatar. Now, the idea, where did the idea of violence come? Where did the negative thought, the negative polarity of the pure, where did it come from is what I'm asking you.
Actually, I'm going to answer that. Actually, what I'm about to say is from what I studied, and maybe you disagree with this, you're entitled to it.
I can't.
From what I studied, basically, it all has to do with your horoscope. Now, throughout my life, bottom line, period, I have got along with people with my same horoscope because I'm a Scorpio. Now, a lot of Scorpios.
Brothers,
a lot of Scorpios.
Listen, I'm a Taurus with a Leo moon.
Okay, but I noticed
with a
my
Scorpio
friends,
rising.
A lot of my friends.
Your whole chart. You cannot just go by the sun sign.
A lot of my friends.
You can't just listen.
Okay, but a lot of my friends are Scorpios.
Okay.
But I never had a fight with them. My point, we argued, but we never had a fight. But like, I never had bottom line period, my point is a friend that was born July 26th, which is Cancer, basically, as a long-time friend. That has never been my situation. So
Cancer,
if we all can get along, if we all can get along, we can get along a little bit, but every person, I'm 21, every person gets along with the same horoscope.
Let me share something with you.
Subjective, not objective. It's okay.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
I was born in 1975. I've encountered, right, negative experiences from people of all skin colors. That's not our conversation. Okay? I'm of a generation where the murder rate was at its highest. You couldn't walk through Harlem, let alone. Harlem ain't even tough. There's certain places in Brooklyn where you couldn't leave the block and go to another block based on the politics of that era and that time. We're in a new different, this fucking Disneyland now. We're in a new era. But I do not hold, I buried more people, right, in a 5-year span than you probably has as friends right now.
Facts.
You understand? But guess what happened to change everything around from my victim mentality that somebody was doing this to me, that God didn't like me, and all of this sudden I was a cursed person. I had to find myself. Once I found myself and I realized that this is the way of life, that shit happens, that you will go through negative experiences, because like the brother said, as an avatar in your spacesuit on this physical plane, right, that they call planet, you came here for a reason. You incarnated under that sign, that sun sign of a Scorpio, because you inherit certain kind of energies. And if you knew Scorpio, then you know that all we are surrounded with is sex, money, and murder. We get jumped, and we jump people. We get beat up, we beat people up, we see death. That's our sign. That's what we're attracted to. Scorpio rules life and death. So you're gonna experience it all.
Yeah, so you can learn.
You're gonna see people. You're gonna see the fangs come out of people who you thought was the kindest, nicest people. Now, for the concept of a utopian society, where the hell do you get that from? Whoever told you that we live in a world where they bring you flowers? I'm just saying that's not the world that you live in. He talked about the dualistic plane of the planet Earth. Good and evil exists. It's all interpretation at the end of the day.
Facts.
He's talking about negative negative
positive
energies.
yeah, polarity.
There's a race of people who have incarnated with a higher negative energy or a higher. They express themselves energetically wise more so negative than you have of a people who express themselves as a positive.
History.
Now, when you go through history over the last 500 years, there's a group of people or a race of people who have influenced other races of people, but all you see in the wake of these people is negative energy. We're not judging right now. We're just saying that if you destroy the goddamn ocean, if you could destroy the planet if you destroy all the animals on the planet, if you have you've eradicated races of people. These brothers of Bodhi Queen and Arawaks, they eradicated them in the name of negative energy. So yes, you have African or people of a darker hue who could be negative. Nobody ever said anything about that. Yeah, people are sick everywhere.
They're in a coma.
But they're in a coma. But going back to what he said about knowing thyself, when those people who victimize you begin to know themselves, maybe later on in life, because you're 21, so you're just starting your lessons in life. Your experiences are brand new. You started at the moment that you breathe. I'm about to be 40. I survived through my 20s, you know what I mean, when people were trying to kill me. But I'm not going to look back and say that because they were trying to kill me, I knew that they were afflicted by the sickness of this society. I know that they were fucking out of their mind because we were going through rites of passages. You're still going through your rites of passage.
So do you feel that bottom line period, someone with your same horoscope can kill you at the same time?
Brother,
do you feel that's a possibility?
Brother, of course it's a possibility.
It's happened over and over.
I'm just making a point. Do you feel, or do you know of a Scorpio killing another Scorpio? Do you have any proof of that? I don't.
Brother,
Facts.
let me share something with you. Let me just share something.
Of course it is.
Going back to the concept that I was asking you before about a utopian society. It sounds very Christian-like, like pseudo-Christian.
See how we being
This is not Christianity.
I didn't say that it was Christianity. I said pseudo-Christian-like. that you under the concepts or the auspices that people cannot, you know, of a certain horoscope cannot inflict harm or even death upon another person of that horoscope.
Well, all I could say for me in my testimony that I never had a physical altercation with someone with my same horoscope, and I wanted to know, well, if it's not about what your horoscope is and it's all negative, I mean the energy period, bottom line period, is all negative, then still, why are there people with the same horoscope that would get a little bit more?
What's your name, God?
Huh?
What's your name?
My name is Casimir.
Casimir? Casimir. Nature. Nice to meet you.
That's me.
Okay. You said your sign was a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what I want to say. A lot of your information is, I don't know if you know a word called subjective. Subjective is information that's based upon what's happened to you in life. You understand? Subjective people, and this is a lot of people in religion, they use subjective information, means whatever happened to me is real. That's all that's real. Now, there's something called objective, which is an opinion that's based on fact. Okay? We're just speaking facts here. What's happened to you in life on a subjective level is a fact, no doubt. But it's subjective, it's not scientifically evidence of it. What we're talking about here is evidence. Now, as far as astrology, that's a very deep subject that, like I told you, I prepared a way for the Messiah that comes. His Pharaoh will break all of that down for you. Pharaoh Allah is the YouTube. He will break all the astrology you want down.
I thought Allah was a title as far as bottom line period.
But we're not going to get stuck on words, but right now, because we want to get the message that I was giving out, without being distracted. You understand? No, it's everything going to come together. Everything going to come together. Try to look into more facts. What's your diet?
Yeah. I don't eat healthy every day.
Okay, so listen, let's talk about diet for a minute, real quick, so we can get some very valuable information onto this footage. Check this out. When I'm talking to you right now, we're having intercourse. That means my mind and your mind is exchanging information, right? So you're becoming one with me, mentally. So
I could disagree, but
okay,
as far as
like I said, you could disagree subjectively, but objectively, which is about the facts, it's a plain fact that we are now becoming one. If you're listening to me, if you're not listening to me, then we're not becoming one. But I'm pretty sure we're becoming one, right?
Right.
Listen to me.
Right.
Okay. The same sex and food, same thing. Whatever you eat, you become one with it. The use of sex is for healing, procreation, and information.
So one more time again.
Okay.
The use for sex is healing.
The use for sex is for healing.
Wow.
For procreation, and for information, sharing information. Okay? That's what sex is for, period. Anything else is of the evil one. It's from lust, the demon of lust. Where they sexualize our women and make them look like the breasts look delicious and all of that, the booty looks, but that's not what the body is made for. That is an illusion, a magic trick, a spell that makes you, lust. That's a demon, that's a negative energy. That's your lower self into your root chakra, but on a higher level, you look at us, we are, our bodies are computers.
Right.
And just like you plug a computer, USB information, what do you call those?
USB.
Flash drive.
Flash drive, yeah.
You stick it in the computer, the information can be transferred onto the computer or from the computer. This is what sex was meant for. Now a woman might be in pain, or the sex itself can heal her from having a headache. She can have a headache and you can make love to her and she will be healed from a headache. Now, the same with food. We commute. How do you think we get thought? I just said, how do you think that we get thought, right?
Right.
Now check it out. The food you become one with communicates to you. It sends information to you. That's why we eat the plant. That's why we acknowledge the trees. Because the trees give us thoughts through oxygen, red blood cells. Look it up. This is fact, not subjective. I'm only speaking fact here. So we already one with the trees. Why? Because we give them carbon dioxide and they give us what?
Oxygen.
That means that communication back and forth from between us and them is a flow of communication like me and you talking. It's information coming. Now, the more you eat from an animal, which is third party, because the animal's eating what you're supposed to eat. The animal's flesh and blood, you're flesh and blood. The more you eat from the animal that's eating what you're supposed to be eating, the blocking the communication You're blocking the clarity of that communication. You see what I'm saying? What happens when you eat meat is you put mucus around your cells. Your cells are trying to communicate just like we're trying to communicate. They send chemical electrical pulses to each other to communicate, just like the roots of this tree. The roots of this tree is sending this root is giving that tree food. That is connected to that. We must acknowledge nature. Forget all these lights. Look at the trees. The trees. I'm nature. I came here to talk about the trees and the plants. These are what we connect with. Your brain, the stems and all the synapses that are happening in your mind is the same way the tree root communicates, it's the same way we receive signals throughout our mind to move. So we are directly connected to the trees and plants. Anything that is put in the way of that is an illusion. It's a blocking. So your meal, eating meat, what does the meat eat? Don't worry, y'all wait. What does the chicken eat?
Other meat.
What the meat eat?
Corn, whatever.
All I'm saying is this: naturally,
They're
they
not
eat.
feeding the cow food. They're not feeding the cow meat.
Okay, that naturally the things that you're eating is eating what you're supposed to be eating. So when you cut out the middleman, you get the direct source of information. Let's get directly to this because it's some information. This interference when you're eating a cow and a chicken, and the eggs and the milk and the cheese, and then they can put little stuff in there that they know that they can chemically control you by your hormones. If they could calcify your pineal gland, they could control your whole body because when you was a baby, you was just that pineal gland and your whole body formed around that.
So why does the pig, the swine exist, bottom line, period, if it doesn't have a digestive system of its own? Because why would something like that only exist in this world?
It's a hybrid. It was created to eat shit.
Yeah, it was breeding. Okay, so we're not going to be distracted.
So bottom line, period, the creator would never make something like that, right?
Yes, the creator is us. We are God. It is us that created the buildings. It is us that, listen, we are God. Let me tell you something. There's all kind of creations. You have to be able to decipher what creation came from, the positive or the negative. That's all that it is.
Talking about the Most High God.
The Most High God is us.
Listen,
Everything around you is God.
Everybody, y'all. That's us.
Everything around you is God. This is God. I am God. We are God. Everything, every particle in the universe is God collectively. It cannot exist without God.
Because he procreated. Hold on. Look.
Everything is God.
He recreated himself.
Everything is God.
Man made in his image.
Facts.
That's why Jesus said, right, ye are gods, right?
Right.
She's God.
Right. No.
Because
But deeper than that. The cell, the mitosis of the cell created another cell. It's in this shirt right now. It's particles that makes it real. That makes it touchable. The particles that live inside here live inside your body, what makes it real as well as you are real. So what I'm saying is God is all around you, and if you will not pull out your eyes and you see that the God is only one, let's stop the confusion. There's positive and negative energy. All this demon and spirit and all that. Let me tell you something. So listen.
That's what Earth is. Hold on.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No,
it adheres to the laws of the universe. Dualistically, I have a twin brother, so I understand the concept.
Oh, I love your twin.
Negative,
That's my brother.
yes, negative and positive.
He's the God.
So as you incarnate on this planet or plane of existence, you have to adhere to the rules of the planet. There's a universal laws, like gravity, right? Like if you jump up, you're gonna go back down, right? Like the law of rhythm, the law of vibration, all of the laws of the immortalis, the laws of Tahuti. All I'm saying is this, that the laws of polarities exist on this planet. You can't dip and dodge on it.
Everywhere.
So like the brother said, AC/DC, negative, positive currents, right? Hold on. So your concept, or the Christianized concept of good and evil is a concept. It's a construct. So it's an illusion. So it's false.
And a concept car.
The red devil with a tail, that is
symbolic.
The same concept of Santa Claus.
Symbolic.
So our concept of what is evil is something. Even the concept of morality
Negative.
is customizable. It's all due to interpretation. Because the pictures that they got where they hanging a slave and this mad little white kid smiling, to them that man on that tree was an evil man. But when we look at it, we're like, that's a barbarism on behalf of those little children.
Facts.
Right? So morally speaking, they think morally that they're being good Christians. But morally, we're like, that's a devil. So due to interpretation, that's how it's given. So this world that you live in is a dualistic world, and it's all up for interpretation.
No, it's not. Science breaks all
Science
interpretation.
breaks it all down.
Science breaks all.
The
Mathematics
pig
breaks all
is a
interpretation.
hybrid that was created, but he who created the pig is the creator, and it's not to say that it was evil.
So
Facts.
also what
Go ahead.
also what I study.
But this is Tai Chi. This is the flow of energy.
Also-
you got a negative. You got any force that's coming at you. Is how you take it and turn it back into. Yeah, it's Tai Chi. That's what it is.
Also, what I noticed when I was a little kid, that I had this little skin blotch still to this day on my chest, like where my abs is, but like it looks like a reptilian blotch, like you see on a snake. It
Right.
has like
Scales.
these scales and all
Right.
that.
Facts.
And actually, right now, for a couple of years, I had these like pains
Yeah.
and all that.
Mutations.
Right, and I was saying to myself, is all that human reptilian shape-shifting stuff is true? Because I feel like the reason why I have these teeth, these like this, and this blotch on me is that I am a human reptilian.
Right. Let me say this. The human body is a manifestation of thought. Okay. The black woman is God. A black woman is the first human being to be formed in the form of God. The be is the black woman. Now listen, everything from negative to positive has a form in this universe as well as other dimensions.
So are we all?
You ever had an astral projection? You ever had an astral projection or a lucid dream? Whatever's happening in this realm, whatever you think in this realm, or whatever you're dealing with in this realm will take form in another realm and it will become like a movie. So be careful what you let in your mind. See, your subconscious, it don't know the reality, they don't know the difference between real and fake. You understand? So you have to be careful what you let in your kids' mind and what you let in your mind. You have to be the protector of the soul. And let me break it down again. The soul is the mind. Okay? And energy and spirit, when you hear spirit, wipe that. We here to wipe that word out. We here to modify everything. This generation is here to modify everything. That word spirit means energy. Look it up. When somebody say, oh, spirituality, I believe in spirituality. Oh, really? That means energy. So you believe in the study of energy. So that means you study electricity. Oh, so you know about Nikola Tesla. You know about Nikola Tesla.
Tesla.
I'm sorry. You know about Nikola Tesla. Because he talks about AC/DC energy.
Naturally. Natural. Yup.
And he happened to be in a Caucasian form. Even though his physical was equipped for negativity, he used it for positivity.
Right.
You understand?
I got a question though.
He's God.
All right, because I want to go back a little.
But he was here first.
All right,
He was here
yeah,
first.
nah,
I got your respect.
it was a question because you said that the female is God.
Female is God.
Well,
You are God too.
my opinion is that the man is God and the female is the earth. Because earth incubates the child.
Right. And let me explain
The
something.
earth incubates
I'ma
the
make this
child.
so
So I would
clear.
say the female is the earth and man is God.
Right, you would say that, and I would say that. I would say that.
We plant the
3
seed
weeks
into
ago.
the woman.
Until me and my brother. Let me
Did she plant the seed with you?
Let me
We
explain
had to
something.
plant the seed into the female.
Right.
We had to plant the seed
wasn't
into
here
the
earlier.
earth.
Let me get a little bit. Let me get him. All right, listen.